Yo, what's happening, man? We back. We back. We back, and hopefully we better. All right. So this is episode 9, man. We're on the road to financial freedom. All right. We're on the road to financial freedom, and we're gonna talk about financial positions. You know what I'm saying? Are you in the negative? Are you in the zero? Or are you in the plus? And I'm gonna explain all three of them. But first, I want to explain one thing. Somebody asked me a question, right? I was in the shop. I'm sorry for making all this noise. Let me rip this thing off. But I'm in the shop, right? In the barber shop. And somebody asked, like a genuine question. Somebody asked a genuine question. He asked, what made me want to start 83 Finance? And to make it, I ain't trying to make it too long. So to make it short, I wanted to write a book. I'm not into fiction or none of that. So I said, man, I want to write a book, but I want to make it informative. You know what I'm saying? I want to make it quid pro quo. I want to sell something, but I want to make sure, even though I'm getting money from it, that's what I gain from it. But I want to the buyers, I want to make it beneficial to y'all as well. So I said, man, I'm going to make it informative. Why not do finances? That's something I continuously read on and study, you know what I'm saying? So why not do finances? And then I said, you know what? So since I'm an entrepreneur, I said, I know about, entities and all that. I said, man, let me make this book, but let me sell it through a company. So I started 83 Finance. I didn't even think about the podcast. And then the name is 83 Finance. Of course, finance because of financial literacy. But 83, it honors my parents. Specifically my mom, because they were both born in 83. But, my mom passed away last year. And I talked to her a lot about this stuff, you know what I'm saying, when I first started. So that's where the name came from. That's what made me want to start it. Just a quick little backstory. But, yeah. But, yeah, man. 83 Finance. Yep. I wanted to help people out. I know it's hard for some people to believe that you got people out here that actually want to help. But I really do want to help. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody helped me. Somebody helped me. And the reason why I wanted to do finances is because in 2020, I was in D.C. for that whole year, COVID year. And I was around people that was on to different things. You know what I'm saying? I was 19 when I first went to D.C., but I was 20 later in that year. So I was just around people that was on to bigger and better things, and they put me on game about some stuff, and I started investing in the stock market or whatever. So when I made it home, the people around me, they kind of noticed the difference. And, they ask questions like, man, how you do this or how you do that? And so that's what makes me feel like I'm qualified to teach. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm not a financial advisor or anything. But almost 5 years now, I've been in this thing, man. And I continuously read and research and study. So, yeah, man. Enough of that. Talking too much. All right, so we're going to talk about negative, zero, and plus. Which position are you in? By the end of this video, you're going to know that. And you're going to know how to move to the next level, hopefully. So hopefully you learn something from this video. All right, now negative. If you're in a negative, I'm not trying to belittle anybody, I promise, because I've been in all three, literally. So negative is when you have more liabilities than assets. You got more liabilities than assets. That means you owe more than what you gain. You owe more than what you have. I'm going to say that. Credit card debt, student loans, anything that got sent to collections, anything like that. If you owe, you're probably in the negative, depending on how much you owe, you know what I'm saying? And this is another thing. Like, if you make money, right? You make your money, but when you pay your bills, you're actually coming up short. You don't even make enough money for the bills that you have. All right? So that's living in the red. Living in the red means you ain't got it like you said. You know what I'm saying? But we all been there before, or most of us, or half of us, I don't know. But yeah, that's what negative is. Like you pretty much poor. I'm gonna just be honest. You owe more than what you have. You're not making enough money for the expenses. But just know there are a couple solutions that can help you move into zero. or move you into plus. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, you need to realize where's your money going to. All right, so you need to sit down and write down your cash flow statement. I mentioned this in a couple, like 2 or 3 other videos in the past. But you need to sit down and write down your cash flow statement. This is basically showing you how much you're bringing in and where your money is going. You know what I'm saying? So on one column, you have your income. So whatever you make each month, write that down. So let's say you make $2,000. No, I'm sorry. Let's say you make $4,000 a month. I ain't trying to belittle anybody. Let's say you make $4,000 a month. And then you have the other column, which is the expense column, right? And this is showing where your money went to. Car note, rent, groceries, gas, all that good stuff. Things that you need. And we talking about necessities. We're not talking about all the other extra stuff, all right? Like Netflix and all that stuff. If you're in the negative, let's be honest, you ain't got time for entertainment. So you got your cash flow statement, and boom, there you go. You have a visual map of where your money is going and where it's coming in at, all that good stuff. Now, what you need to do is go through your recent bank statement to confirm where your money is going, right? Because sometimes we overspend. So it's December, go back into November and even September and see where your money went. Go in your bank, look through your bank statements and see where you spent your money at. And you should realize, okay, I spent too much money eating out. I spent too much money at the mall. I spent too much money ordering things off Amazon, all that good stuff. And you'll realize like where your money is going. All right, so that's the first thing you need to realize where it's going. Second thing, you may be living beyond your means. Okay, you may be living beyond your means. So you need to cut some expenses. If you can live without it and you don't necessarily need it, it has to go. It has to go. You got time for that later. Right now, you got to lock in so you can move on to the next level. All right. So you got to cut some expenses, man. And looking through those bank statements and looking at hobbies and stuff that you do, you should confirm which ones you want to cut. All right. My bad. My bad. But yeah. Look through your bank statements and see what's good. You know what I'm saying? You got to cut some expenses. And another thing is, you just need to make some more money. You need to make some more money. And that's a given. That is a given. You should aim to make more money anyway. Money ain't everything, but you definitely need it to live. In this world, in this economy, you definitely need money. Let's face the fact. So think of some side hustles that can earn you some extra income on the side. Uber Eats, DoorDash, be a YouTuber or something. I don't know. Learn how to cut hair or do hair. Write an ebook. You know what I'm saying? Sell some paintings. Like sell something. Get crafty. Get creative. What are you good at that you can make some money, that you can make some profit from? This is how you gotta think. You gotta think outside of the box. And I know y'all like, yeah, whatever. We didn't heard this before. But I'm telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Those are some of the things that you have to do, man. You got to make sacrifices and you got to put in some leg work. You got to put in some work to get to where you want to go. So, yeah, man, that's negative. Now, you got zero. Zero is when, let's say you make $4,000 a month, but after you pay all of your expenses, So you make $4,000 a month, but after you pay all your expenses, boom, you ain't got nothing left. This ain't too bad of a problem, but if you got an emergency to come up, you can very well end up in a negative. That's how close you are to the negative. If you breaking even each month, you make your money, but you spend it all on your expenses, you ain't got nothing left. That's how close you are to being in a negative, because if an emergency comes up, it's over with, man. It's not over with. It's not the end of the world. But I'm saying, like, you right back in the negative. So now, I always forget something. When you're in the negative or zero and you got debt, what you want to do, you want to pay off the smallest debt. It's called a waterfall method. Pay off the smallest debt first, and then the next largest, and then the largest, and then the next largest, whatever. Do that. That's how you get rid of your debt a little faster, a little consistent. So do the waterfall method when you're paying off debt. All right. You want to, if you can pay off debt and save at the same time, that's good. But you definitely want to get rid of that debt. But yeah, when you're in a zero, thing you need to do is cut some expenses. If you're breaking even each month, you got to cut some expenses. Same thing with negative. Really, you got to cut some expenses. Look through those bank statements, man, and see where your money is going, and see what expense you can cut out. Netflix, Hulu, all that, you don't need that. Cut it out. If you're in a bad position right now, you got to sacrifice some stuff, man. Groceries, consider, going to the grocery store, getting all your food for the week or for the month, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Strictly from the grocery store. Consider not going out as much. You know what I'm saying? And come up with some ways to make some extra money. You got to get creative, man, if you're just being honest. So that's zero. And then you have plus. This is where you want to be. Plus is when you make your money. Say you make $4,000 a month. After you pay all your expenses, you still got some money left over. Plus is when you have a savings account with an emergency fund up in there. 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. Or you working towards that. You know what I'm saying? Plus is when you got a retirement account. You consistently put money into your retirement account. Plus is when you have little to no debt, but you have assets. Some of the assets I just named. That's plus. That's plus. Plus is when you spend all your money on your expenses, or when you spend money on your expenses, you pay all your expenses, and you still got room to do other things. That's plus. So what are you at? Are you in negative, zero, or plus? If you're in negative, I just told you how to get out of negative so you can go to zero. If you're in zero, I just told you how to get out of zero so you can go to plus. If you're in plus, you good. Now all you can do, make sure you got the emergency fund built up. You know what I'm saying? 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. And if you spend anything, work on putting it back. If an emergency pops up, emergency fund. Use your emergency fund and work on putting it back. Make sure you're investing in at least a retirement account, a 401k or an IRA, individual retirement account. Make sure you invest a little bit, at least for retirement. One day you're going to get old. You're not going to be able to work no more. You got a retirement account that you've been using for 20, 30, 40 years. So you're good. That's what plus is. We want to work on getting to plus. If you're not negative, we definitely don't want to be in the negative. We ain't trying to live in the red. Because living in the red, man, you ain't got it like you said. I'm trying to tell you, man. And then work on getting towards to zero. Once you make it from zero, now you're in plus. Now we good. Now we cooking. Now we making something happen. But yeah, man, those are the 3 levels. Which one are you in? So, just a quick video, man. Trying to give you some realization, you know what I'm saying, to where you are in life as far as finances. You know what I'm saying? And just remember, somebody always got it worse than you. I hear a lot of people say, oh man, it's rough on me, or it's hard for me to save. I ain't making enough money. Sit down, think to yourself for a minute, and then write out your numbers, write out your goals, and write down where you are and where you're trying to get to. And then you figure out the steps you need to take to get to that next level, man. Complaining is not going to help at all. After you get done complaining, if you ain't did nothing, you still going to be in the same position. Just remember it was somebody that had it worse than you or still has it worse than you, but they got through it. If they can get through it, why can't you? If they can get through it, why can't you? That's all I'm saying, man. So work on getting to that next level, man. Forget all the complaining and, oh, my family ain't had it as we was poor. Work on becoming wealthier. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone is meant to be a millionaire or a billionaire, but you can definitely make life easier by moving to the next level, man. It's up to you. If you really want to make your situation better, you can make it better. Just remember that. Just a quick little gem. So that's it, man. That's episode 9. I just wanted to, give you some realization, and maybe, hopefully, I gave you some tips on how to get to the next level, man. That's all I wanted to do today. So appreciate you for watching, man. Just remember, take care of yourself. All right. When you get done watching this video, take care of yourself. Take care of your mental wellness. All right. Make sure you venting to somebody, or even writing it down in the diary or something. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're thinking on the positive side at all times. You can't afford to think in these dark clouds. Get out of the dark cloud, man. Take care of your mental wellness. Try to eat at least halfway right. You know what I'm saying? And do some exercising, man. At least 3 days a week. Take care of yourself, man. So, appreciate you for watching. Hey, I'm D. Evans, man. I'm D. Evans. And this is 83 Finance. It was episode 9. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Because I keep forgetting to say that. I'm glad I'm just not saying it. I keep forgetting to say that. But I'm giving away this free game, man. And I know somebody's learning something. I know somebody's learning something. Because, man, this is some good stuff. So I appreciate you for watching, man. And stay safe. Be blessed. And I'll see you next time on episode 10. Appreciate you.